It is Sky Autumn here, and I am back with another update. And as I say so often, I am just a reporter. As most of you may know, Cardi's former producer Swift confronted her late last night in her DMs about money, as he believed he is part of the reason that her music career is successful and she owes him credit. That rubbed Cardi the wrong way, so she went off on him. He didn't like her response, so he blasted their conversation onto his Instagram. So she went off on him again.
You hitting me up and you're telling me that I'm taking care of people that don't have nothing to do with my success. First of all, I got 3 kids I take care of. 3 of them. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Oh, you taking care of people that didn't help you with your success. You mean the people that birthed me, that made me? Like my parents? You mean that I'm taking care of like who? My family? The ones that used to wipe my ass when they used to babysit me? My grandparents? That's what you're talking about? The the entitlement. That's me the off.
In return, Swift went live, and according to him, 7 years ago, he wrote 15 songs and did 15 beats for her, and says he never received payment.
When you learn about your credits, what your credits could do, and why it's so important to have your credits and to have like the cosign behind the artist that you do work with and you know what I mean? It's all that's very essential. It's an important thing. You know what I mean? Like besides just getting paid for something. You know what I mean? Like I just don't want the message to look like, you know, Swift after money. Like I'm good. Like showing in my backyard right now. Can't be, you know what I mean? But it's mainly about the credibility. You feel me? It's mainly about the credibility. It's like, listen, nobody gonna wake up and agree to do 15 to 16 songs. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's gonna wake up and where do you hear that? That's not even normal. Somebody come up to you telling you they want to turn somebody into an artist. You go to the studio, you write, God knows, anywhere from 15 to 20 songs. Create, God knows, anywhere from 20 to 30 beats. Just to pick the right ones and just to make shit right, make shit sound good. You feel me? Like, that whole beginning phase, like, there's no end without a beginning. You feel me? There's no end without a beginning. You gotta think about the beginning. How did this start? What took place that made this start? A lot of people tend to bypass that and look at, think it's not a big deal. But without that, nothing else would have went. You understand? I'm not saying it would never happen, but it would never happen the way it did. And just because it happened the way it did, you gotta give credit on this dude. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it, you know what I mean? There's really no other way around it. Like, to hold it down for mad long, you know what I mean? Low-key, just trying to not be that person. And, you feel me? And just trying to stay out the way. At the same time, seeing the trying to fight your battles and, you know what I mean? Like, stay sane. You get questioned every day. Random people coming up to you, asking you about the situation. You don't feel like explaining the same story to 1,000 people. You know what I mean? Like, after a while, and it's been like, yo, 7 years, bro. And the whole trying to make it look like I'm clocking and watching Pocket. Listen, I've been seeing going for years. Never said nothing. Left it alone. Didn't care about it. I purposely made myself not care about it because I didn't want to think about it or even think about anything that gave me a memory to even think about. You know what I mean? So, like, anytime it crossed my path, I just always was just on some, it is what it is. Like, I'm going to make this happen. I ain't stressing it. But I ain't going to front. I am human. When I do see certain shit, it does bring back quick memories, quick flashbacks. And I'm like, damn, if only, you know what I mean? Like, but it's way past that. It's been years. But it's like when you have such a huge catalog, it's not easy to just forget about it. I'm really on some business shit right now. When I look at like little documentaries, when you hear about the come up story, and I just look at the come up stories and I just be like, yo, why isn't the real come up story out? Why is it starts from here and then da da da? Not that I care, but it's something I noticed. You know what I mean? And it's just like the real story is my shit wasn't well at the time. I was just mad at everybody when everything happened. I just didn't know who to blame. I didn't know who to point at. Start putting 2 and 2 together. Like, oh. So, you know, when I started figuring everything out slowly but surely, whatever. I figured out who I need to be going after. You know what I mean? So, just don't paint the picture like I'm out here pocket watching. That's not what it is. Right now, we at a level of honest business. You ain't gonna paint that picture like the salty producer that never made it, Nah, it's not gonna be that picture, because it's not that. This is not what it is. I'm not out here starving. That's not what it is. I just know what's up now, and I just want to do proper business. That's what it was. This is about principle. That's it. This is about a picture, an image that somebody painted of themselves to you, and that's the person you thought they was. It's about principality. It's about principle. You feel me? And credit. You feel me? Like at the beginning, I never asked Cardi for no. It was always, yo, can you do this beat? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you at least do this? You know, I feel like anybody else who probably done what I've done, I feel like they probably would react on this situation a bit different. Then, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a little bit more humble, calm, but yeah. Because if y'all saying she don't owe me nothing, and I don't care about that, you know? But if y'all saying that, that's basically y'all saying that artists not supposed to pay for beats. Or that y'all basically saying that that's supposed to be free. That's basically what y'all saying. For everybody that's saying that, y'all basically saying that's free. Alright, just making sure we following right now. There's no way you could 15 songs for you, right, and make 15 beats for you for free. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Don't owe nothing. Are y'all retarded? Who the fuck works for free? Like, come on. Seriously. Like, stop with the dumb shit. The fuck you talking about don't owe nothing? Who the fuck works for free? What do you mean? Mind your business if you don't know nothing. Straight up. Just mind your business. Like, sound dumb as fuck. On paperwork? No, because we don't have official contract post. That's why I put the PSA to artists out there. When you're doing something, get the paperwork right. You know what I mean? I was young, just rushed into it, whatever. I just wanted to work. It was ain't no fucking business, man. I got approached with the idea. I said, okay. You know? Me personally, my focus as far as the finances, I already know who I'm going to talk to about that. I already know. He already know. He already know he's going to have to talk to me one day. Alright, so, beginning. I put out a song called Live Bounce. Shaft hits me up. The manager hit me up. He comes to me, hey, I had this girl I want to turn into an artist. What I say? Cool. And that's when he broke it to me, like, yo, look, I got this girl I want to turn into an artist. I need your help. So, from there, that's how this shit started. You feel me? So what I did, to make it short, make a long story short, what I did was, went to the stew, and from then on, I barely was even coming back to my crib. Yeah, it got to a point where I was just, like, every day at the studio in the basement there with them, every day. You know what I mean? And just, like, thinking of song concepts. Like, I remember walking in, and they was just both there, just sitting there, you know, trying to figure out what to do. I walked in, pulled up my laptop, pulled up some beats, started writing. What I did after that, went to the booth, we started practicing shit. So that's how everything, you know, kind of started out, you know what I mean? And fast forward, she got signed to Atlantic in the middle of her second mixtape. She didn't get a chance to finish the second mixtape, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like how all that happened. And then we did a couple more songs before Bodak was released. And then, yeah. So
he believes that the songs he helped her with is the reason Atlantic Records signed her in the first place, and that he is a part of her come-up story.
That song was literally the last song on the mixtape. You know what I mean? And all of those songs, like, I mean, I made the song in, like, I ain't gonna front, like 15 minutes, because it was something that just came to my head fast, but that song, yeah, like that. You know what I mean? Like, it ran down the price, that whole shit. You feel me? We started doing all that shit, you know what I mean? So